If you have these 3 steps in mind, even when you are under stress, pressure, you are angry, you are in a bad mood, at least it will give you the starting point as to how to start communicating with someone. If you just remember these 3 things, and like Jyotika said, we completely understand not everyone can be perfect at all times.
We will help you develop the skills to be a successful entrepreneur. Clear? So who all think that they are good communicators? Please raise your hands if you think you are good communicators. Very good. What makes a good communicator?
Like your ability to talk out your heart, what you want to say, and communication basically means telling your idea to people, expressing yourself.
Good. Anybody else? You all have to learn how to be better communicators, and the best time is to start now. You could have the world's greatest idea, but if you don't know how to communicate it, will anybody be interested in your idea? No. The reasons vary because we are distracted. Some of us are even distracted right now. It happens. We have this internal dialogue that's going on inside of us. Some of us are sleeping. Some of you are yawning. So what's happening is some of you are 50% here, some of you are 10%, some of you are 90%. Now, what we're going to do is we will learn active listening, attentive listening. How do you do that? You pay full attention to the speaker. All of you who are attending to me right now, I can see that you are listening well. Avoid interruptions. Reflect back or summarize what the speaker has said to show understanding. For example, if I'm talking to you, I'm explaining something to you, or a friend is talking to you, you can say, I hear what you're saying, or it sounds like you're going through a difficult time. This is what you reflect back to a speaker who's talking to you. Ask questions only after the speaker is done. Let's say you have a question, don't interrupt somebody, pause, and then ask questions. Is this clear? The word is attentive. Very good. So, Jojo, attentive है, full marks to you. जो नहीं थे, this is your area of improvement. Please become better listeners. Was there any part of the conversation that the listener misunderstood? No. Yes. Right? Guys, this is feedback for you. Even I sometimes misunderstand. I'm also teaching you communication, but doesn't mean I become a master. It's all about learning, improving yourself. So sometimes I'm also distracted. Sometimes I also don't listen properly. But the goal is to remember that if I have to be a communicator, I have to be a okay.
Hi everyone. So I'm Akanksha and I work with Jyotika and I'm going to help you with the next leg of what we are talking about. So Jyotika was just talking about assertive communication, right? So like somebody just very rightly said that all of this depends upon your mood, all of it depends upon where we are, what is the situation, how much in pressure and stress we are in, right? So how do we remember to be assertive? So there's a very easy way to remember. How do I start my conversation? We'll give you like just 3 steps. It's super easy. Always remember that you have to start by not blaming the other person, right? Whenever you are trying to communicate assertively with someone, right, and you are in the middle of something, now to make up a sentence, to think something polite is difficult, right? So we will give you a very simple stepwise system as to how you can do that. So always first remember, don't attack the person. Just take a deep breath. Because imagine if somebody starts a sentence by saying, you are so useless, you are so stupid, you don't know your work, the person will get defensive. They will not be ready to listen to you. Okay? Start with I statements. Always start with I. So for example, if someone is disturbing you when you're busy, or if someone is doing something that you don't want to do, you tell them what you are feeling. Don't tell them what they are doing. So you say, I feel disappointed, I feel anxious, I feel angry, I feel, even you can say, I feel irritated when I'm doing something, I'm under pressure, but you are coming and, disturbing me. So start with I. So at least the person will not get defensive. That is very important. So I feel, label the feeling. This is step number 1. Number 2, tell them when. Just don't be like, you know what? I'm so disappointed with you. It's so random, right? And it's so open-ended. The person doesn't know what they did if you're giving them feedback, right? So you have to say when you do a certain thing, like when you are late to work, when you don't call me on time, when you don't submit work on time, whatever the issue is, or when you do things last minute. It could be anything. Request: can you please ensure you meet the deadline in the future, and it would be nice to receive work on time so that we don't have to firefight. Okay? So if you have these 3 steps in mind, even when you are under stress, pressure, you are angry, you are in a bad mood, at least it will give you like the starting point as to how to start communicating with someone. If you just remember these 3 things, and like Jyotika said, we completely understand not everyone can be perfect at all times, but 90% of the time, even if we are able to use these I statements and remove the blame, always remember, if you blame somebody na, they will not listen. Remove the blame and put it on yourself, that I feel anxious, I feel disappointed. And then they'll feel, oh, I don't want this person to feel that way. 90%, unless they're crazy, 90%, 95% people will be like, oh, I shouldn't make this person feel this way. Now we're going to do another fun activity. Same 3 groups of 3. Okay. I am going to give you certain situations. The 3 of you have to sit together and discuss what will be your assertive communication to that subordinate. Okay. Here, there are 5. So you will write it down discuss it with each other, write it down in your diary, and then we will discuss it. The first one, I'm just going to read it out, and it's going to be there on the screen also. The first is, your junior has made a PPT on the vision and mission of the company, but it is too long. So how will you share this feedback? Second is, your junior has been coming late every day for the past week. What will you say to him in the feedback? Your team member has been dividing work unequally amongst you both. That means you have more burden of the work. What will you say? Next, your team member has not been submitting work as per deadline, so always late. What will you do? And finally, you are unhappy with the quality of work that is being delivered. Very unoriginal, very, bored work, right? So you want people to step it up. You want them to think out of the box. What will you say to them? Okay. So in your same groups of 3, write down the answers, the assertive communication for these 5, and then we'll discuss. You have 5 to 7 minutes to do this. Please tell us what is the first. Okay, so your junior has made a PPT on the vision and mission of the company, but it's too long. So what will you say to that person?
I like it, but please make it short.
I like it, but please make it short.
Yes.
These are not the 3 steps that we shared. What are the 3 steps?
Okay, anyone else wants to take a go at this?
See, I appreciate that you made such a long presentation on the company, and you like the company certain forward. But see, you get short in the presentation a little bit. Still share your ideas. Otherwise, it's like you got a lot, and you can take the company to great heights.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
My name is Vedant Gupta, and I would like to say the second point. We love the support that you have been giving us throughout this journey, but we have been noticing you coming late a lot. Please come on time as we need your support.
Okay, and also, can you add an I statement on this?
I feel.
See, if you tell your subordinate as a boss what you feel when he does this, he will connect with you better. So I feel what? What do you feel when he comes late every day?
Disappointed in your behavior.
Yeah, and I don't expect this from you. You are a good performer, right? So I would request you to please come on time. Okay, lovely. Next.
I'm really not liking that I have been receiving more work than my colleagues, and this is creating a lot of burden on me. I hope that you understand my problem and try to solve it.
Okay, all right. So, not entirely wrong, okay? But the thing is that when you're sharing with somebody, if you say, I am not liking, okay, that is still not expressing your emotion. So, I feel, what are you feeling? Overburdened, overwhelmed, you don't have time for yourself. So, what would you say? So, for example, you're telling me, Akanksha,
I feel that I'm being overburdened, and I feel overwhelmed all the time because of the burden of the extra work that has been put on me.
okay, so I would request.
So I would request you to try and understand my problem and try to solve it.
Okay. And so next time you have to give a solution. So next time let's sit together and divide the work so that it is equally distributed. Yeah? Okay. Great. Thank you. Your team members have not been submitting work as per deadlines. Okay.
My name is Arihan.
Okay.
I feel that you are working hard for our business and from a long time. But nowadays, I am observing a lot of disturbance in your mind. You seem to be tired and inactive. The work you are submitting late, but you made a good work effort. But company wants more.
Okay. All right. So, okay, it's a nice thing that you have also said that even though you are submitting work, you are submitting good work. So, you are cushioning it for him. Very good. Next time, try not to use so many buts. If you keep saying but, that kind of makes communication not as polite or sweet, and people say everything after but makes no sense, right? So try and use as less buts as you can. But yes, you've got the crux of the matter, and you started with a positive thing. Would you like to end with something positive also?
I feel that you are working with a great effort for the company.
Yes. Okay. And continue to do so, but do it on time. Okay. Hi, Ayana.
I will be speaking on the last topic, that when the boss is unhappy about quality of work that is being delivered by their team.
Okay.
As a boss, I would say, I know you both have been working very hard and I see your effort. But as a team, we all need to work together and know each other's strengths. I would need you both to put more of an effort and do your work properly, as I see that you both have been taking work casually, which we do not want. But you are doing a great job and keep it up, I believe.
Lovely. That's amazing. I hope everybody heard what Ayana said. See, in the end, how she motivated her team member also while giving a constructive feedback. That's very important. They should at all times feel motivated to continue to work with you while you're giving them constructive feedback. Okay, so I hope that assertive communication, assertive feedback is clear to everybody. Yes, no.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you think is one of the most important things that is required when you are running a company with multiple people? Anyone can answer.
All can quickly get up and say yes, yes, yes.
One thing you need is that the teamwork and like getting it clicking with your team members.
Okay, great. So exactly that. So we need teamwork, right? So tell me, who is an effective team player?
Someone who takes constructive feedback well and share information with others to see how others can also improve and grow.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, because we've already done that. That is very, very important. Okay.
Having patience and being polite all the time.
Okay, so all of you are correct. Of course, we need patience, and we need to be polite, and communication needs to be good, and we need to be able to give constructive feedback, and all of those things. Few more things that we have to remember when we are a team player. Okay, say there's one thing: you are an entrepreneur, you are the person who's running the company, so you are in a way a leader as well. Okay, so you have to do the direction bit, the delegation bit, but you're also a team player, somebody who's working with people, so they shouldn't feel like there is so much hierarchy and they can't come to you and they can't talk to you. So there are a few things that you should remember as a team player, as a team leader, that should be there. So I'll share with you those things. They are willing to do their share of the workload. That is extremely important. Okay, there are a lot of people you'll find once you start working, that there'll be 10 people, 5 people are like super excited to finish the work, do all the work. Then there'll be 3 people who are moderately so, and there'll be 2 people who do nothing. They're just sitting there to get their salary. So how do we avoid, they are called social laggards. In psychology, we call them social laggards. They know other people will do the work, so we can chill. But that's not the way it should be in your company. So if you are someone who wants to be an effective leader, you have to make sure that all your team members are good team players. That is, they do their share of the workload. Okay? Equally divided according to their strengths. Second, they are reliable. Imagine a flaky person. He's saying he'll give you at 7 o'clock, but will not give it at 7 o'clock. Will give it the next day. The person is saying that, okay, they'll do this much work, but they don't do it, right? They don't turn up on time. They're not there when you need them. So if they're not reliable, they're not consistent, they're not dependable, they are not good team players because they're letting everybody down. So that is a prerequisite. Have to be honest about problems and challenges. Okay, the thing is that all of us feel a bit like uncomfortable to share, I don't know this, or I don't know how to do this, or I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm feeling overworked, I don't have this skill. A good team player is able to share with their team members that, okay, these are the challenges that I'm having, and you, if you are the entrepreneur, you have to inculcate this in your team members, that, okay, whenever there is a challenge, whenever there is a problem, we can talk about it as a team. And if you as a leader, you do it, everyone else will feel comfortable doing it. Okay? Communicate clearly. The whole session is about being about communication. Communicate positively with positive body language. That's very important. And finally, a positive attitude is also very, very critical. Okay, so we are not saying that you need to be jumping off the walls all the time. Everybody has their moods, everybody feels low, right? But the thing is that if you're constantly pessimistic, you're constantly rude, your mood is always bad, then the team morale also goes down, right? And that one person is going to spoil the environment for everybody, right? So you can be very good at your job, you can be the most amazing person at your job, but if you don't have the right attitude, it will affect your team, it will affect your work, it will affect your organization. So try as much as possible to stay positive, and when you're not feeling positive, communicate that, okay, I need to be left for a day, maybe I need to deal with my own feelings, and then I'll come back. So communication is extremely important. Okay, any doubts or disconnects in this? Is it clear? I think it's quite self-explanatory, right? Okay. Now, the next important thing before we wrap up for today, how do you encourage teamwork, right? As an entrepreneur, extremely important. As an entrepreneur, it is your job to encourage teamwork. People are just going to come for the money, but how do you make them a team? How do you make them, part of your organization? That is something that is up to you. Okay, so first is that there should be a common vision. You should be clear about what is your vision. What is your goal? That is consistent with team members. Like Jyotika and I also have certain values. When we work together, she has shared that she needs consistency, she needs inclusivity, she needs somebody who can be reliable, who's on time, who's respectful. So she has communicated these things to me as I have been working with her, that these are very important. So it has to be top down. You have to communicate these things every day, that anyone who's not following these is not somebody who can be a part of your team member, a team, right? You have to clearly define roles. You can't be like, acha, now we are all working, everybody is doing everything. No. There has to be clear segregation. This person is doing this person is doing this, and for how much time. That is your job as an entrepreneur. Okay, open feedback and constructive criticism. We've already talked about that. And they have to cultivate diversity, behave ethically, proactively, and professionally. Okay, now this is something that we will also talk to you about in the other sessions. What is it to be behaving professionally? What is to be behaving ethically, right? But diversity is very important. If you have the same kind of people in your team, you all will be in echo chamber, and no fun stuff will come out of it. So encourage diversity, get people from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and people who are different from you, who can facilitate different kinds of work. Diversity is very important, especially in these days, in the kind of environment that we are in. If you work with the same kind of people, one, it will be boring, and two, you won't come up with anything great. Okay? And finally, you don't have to force trust. There are some people who are like, acha, as soon as people join, we all should become best friends and best colleagues, and we should eat together, laugh together. It takes some time. So you have to give it 6 to 8 months. Let people become friends. Let people see how they work with each other, find their balance. You don't need to force them to become perfect colleagues on the first day. So give them some time. Okay, are these points clear? Anyone has any question? And we'll also share with you as we go on with the sessions how to do many of these things. Okay.